Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. People, what is happening? I have the Real Madrid match on. They're playing Benfica. I really want Real Madrid to lose this game. Because obviously, I want Liverpool to win the Champions League. We want all the good teams to get knocked out of the playoffs. So PSG is another one. But yeah, the reason I wanted to come on live is because rumours, Jurgen Klopp was approached by Man United after he left Liverpool. What is happening, people? Well, look, fair play to them. You know, fair play to them. Because he was the best manager in the world. But, I mean, absolute nonsense. Chelsea as well. Chelsea approached him as well. I mean, like, honestly, what was the point? A complete waste of a phone call, really. Whoa, Galatasaray won 5-2 against Juventus. We could play Galatasaray in the next round. That's some win for them. And Monaco are 1-0 up against PSG. That's what we want, people. We want PSG to get knocked out. We want all the good teams out. Because Liverpool are going to win the Champions League. But I definitely want Trent Alexander-Arnold to get knocked out of the Champions League. 100%. Another thing I seen today was Alexis MacAllister has been linked with Manchester United. Man United are monitoring the player. People, what is going on? Like, seriously, I know we're having a terrible season. But that's taking the piss. There's no way he's going to Man United. No way. Man United would not. Sorry, Liverpool would not do business with Man United over Alexis MacAllister. Why would he even want to go there? It just makes no sense. So, and as well, we got Wolves in the FA Cup. What did you think of that, people? I mean, it's not too bad. I have to say, it's not too bad. Look, obviously I was surprised Man City didn't get the easiest draw. But they actually got the hardest draw. They were with the Newcastle. Arsenal got the easiest draw. Where is the FA Cup draw? The 5th round. Yeah, Arsenal are away to Mansfield. Liverpool away to Wolves. Chelsea away to Wrexham. Man City away to Newcastle. Some tough games in it. But Arsenal got the easiest one. Look, they're away from home, but let's be honest. They're not going to lose to Mansfield. That's not going to happen. I don't believe so anyway. Here's Vinicius Jr., the most overrated player in the world. Him and Bukayo Saka. And Odegaard. And Declan Rice, to be fair. What's he looking for there? Anyway. But yeah, back to the FA Cup. I mean, it's not a bad draw, people. Wolves are terrible. They really are. Leeds are home to Norwich. Fulham are home to Southampton. Michael is in the chat. Klopp and MacAllister to Man United. No effing way. Yeah. I mean, it's a slow news week. It really is. Liverpool don't play again until Sunday. Seemingly, Man United contacted. Now, they have come out and said that it was all nonsense. But I think it was Jurgen Klopp's agent came out and said that when he left Liverpool, Man United and Chelsea got in touch. I don't know. Who knows? But then MacAllister, seemingly, he's been linked with them. Dan is in the chat. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button, everybody. As I say, I have Real Madrid in the background against Benfica. Look, we really want Real Madrid to lose this game. I want Trent Alexander-Arnold to get knocked out of the Champions League. I really do. Now there's rumours as well that Mourinho is going to go back. Oh, he just got skint. Trent just got skint. Oh. Oh, your man left him for dust by the old nutmeg. Oh, so Peter didn't score off that. Anyway, we move on by. I tell you, Benfica. Some atmosphere, but it's an average team, people. It really is. It's an average team. A lot of average teams in Europe. I've said this before. This is why I think Liverpool actually have a chance in the Champions League. But Trent Alexander-Arnold got absolutely destroyed there. Camavinga's some player. Anyway. Big result in the Champions League earlier. Galatasaray beating Juventus 5-2. Like, we could play Galatasaray. I have a feeling we're going to get Atletico Madrid. Corner in. But I'm still confident we're going to win it, people. I really am. I mean, would you believe Liverpool have only got 2 defeats in their last 19 games? It doesn't feel like that at all. It feels like we've lost 19 games in a row. That's how bad we've been. But 2 defeats in our last 19 games. That's unbelievable. Yeah, this is probably true. Reckon Macca's agent is just trying to pressure FSG. Yeah, that could be true. Look, he's not going to Man United anyway, but I just thought it was funny. Wanted to get your opinion on things. I mean, going to Man United. First of all, Liverpool are not going to do business with Man United. Second of all, he's not going to go there. Let's be honest. The only club that he's going to leave Liverpool for is Real Madrid. And he's not having a great season. So I don't even know if Real Madrid will be in for him. And he's under contract till 2028. So it is just rumours, but I just thought it was funny because there's no way it's going to happen. I mean, it better not happen. Imagine the embarrassment. If we miss out on the Champions League and Man United then go and get one of our best players, even though he's not playing well. Dave is in the chat. One of the biggest non-story ever. Yeah, a complete nonsense. Yeah, Trent is playing. And Benfica just destroyed him. An old nutmeg. They nearly scored. But before that, he hit an absolute brilliant pass. Some player. I miss him, people. I do. I'm going to be honest. I'd have him back in the morning. I really would. But unfortunately, it ain't going to happen. He's gone. He decided that it's gone. Oh yeah, big time. Let's go, Benfica. Hey, what did you think of Wolves in the FA Cup? It's not bad, people. It's not bad. Have to be honest. It's not bad, no. We could have got better. We could have got a home tie. It's another Premier League team, even though they're pretty much a Championship team by now. But Arsenal again with the easiest one. Of course, they're going to win the quadruple. They're going to walk it. Okay, Hax is in the chat. But yeah, as I said, the FA Cup, I think, is a realistic target for Liverpool this season. I really do. But as I said before, it's all about the draw. The match is on Premier Sports 1. Kenny Cunningham is in the studio, people. The legend. What a pundit. Absolutely woeful. But no, I'm definitely confident for the Cups. I really am. Look, the league has been a disaster. But I think we could go far in the FA Cup. I mean, saying that now, we'll probably lose to Wolves. But no, I'm confident. Oh, Monaco are 2-0 up. Oh, nice one. We want PSG gone, people. We want all the good teams gone. Ooh, Monaco 2-0 up. Interesting. That is very interesting. Only 19 minutes gone. PSG are having a terrible season. Mane looks dangerous for Wolves, but we should be able to get a result. People, if we don't beat Wolves in the FA Cup, I will be devastated. I really will. Here's a chance for us to get to the quarterfinals. You know, I've said it before. The draw can win you the FA Cup. Stretford End podcast is in the chat. What do you think of the rumours of Man United trying to get Jurgen Klopp? I mean, I said at the start of the stream there, you probably missed it. I said, look, fair play to them. Fair play to them. I mean, they tried. They rang his agent. Now, Man United have come out and said it's all nonsense. But fair play to them. He was the best manager in the world at the time. You know. If you don't try, you'll never know. But I tell you, people, I would take the Champions League and finishing 7th over an FA Cup and top 4. I would. Because you get the same thing. It would never happen in my opinion, but I'm glad we're trying for managers of his class. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, Chelsea apparently rang the agent as well. No. As I say, Man United have come out and said that it was nonsense. Who knows what went on? Maybe there was a phone call. But like I say, I mean, if you have to at least try. He was the best manager in the world, but it was never going to happen. I mean, an absolute Liverpool legend. You know, he would have destroyed the legacy if he had even had an interview with them. But I just think that it's mad. Yeah, I seen that. Heighton as a free agent again. He left Spurs after, 33 days or something. Bring him back, people. Bring him back. He was the genius. Get rid of Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. I don't know what he does there. Get back in Johnny, boy. Come on, Benfica. PSG are 2-0 down. If Real Madrid went behind here now, it'd be fucking perfect. I mean, if you get rid of Real Madrid, you know, they're not having... Well, I mean, they're top of the league, so I was going to say they're not having a great season, but I mean, they're top of the table. But you know what I mean? It's still a mess. But if you can get rid of them in the Champions League... Because once it gets to knockout, they're just a different breed. What's this man doing? What's Trent Alexander-Arnold doing there? Ah, here. He's taking the piss. Why did he leave? Why did he leave? Oh, that's a good question. What manager would you recommend we get? At Man United. Wow, that is a good question. Good question. The first thing I would say, right, forget about Oliver Glasner, because he's a mid-table manager. Okay? He's a mid-table manager. Forget about the Bournemouth manager. Mid-table. If Man United could get Unai Emery, I think that would be an unbelievable appointment for Man United. I really do. Unai Emery, I think he's one of the best coaches out there, one of the best managers. Would he leave Aston Villa for Man United? I think he would. I think Unai Emery could be the man for you. I don't think Thomas Tuchel. I know he signed an extension with England, so Man United probably won't get him. But I don't think Thomas Tuchel. Oh, Benfica nearly scored. Good save. Thibaut Courtois with the... I mean, he grew another arm there, lads. I thought he only ever did that against Liverpool. What a save that is. Oh, he annoys me. Liverpool have already easily outplayed Madrid this season. They have, but knockout football, Real Madrid are different. They really are. And the last team, if Liverpool were to get to the final, okay, I know it's a long way off, people, but let's just bear with me. If Liverpool were to get to the final, out of all the teams in Europe, Real Madrid is the one team that I would not want to play. In a one-off game, a Champions League final, that club, it's just, they just know how to win. They just know how to win. And I tell you, people, there is question marks over Arne Slot in finals as well. I mean, last year against Newcastle was terrible. Embarrassing nearly. It really was now. But that's why I want all the decent teams gone. Apparently PSG have missed a penalty against Monaco. Here's a good question for you people. If PSG get knocked out of the Champions League, is Enrique available in the summer? I think he is. I think they'll part ways. Because, you know, PSG, they don't care what you did last season. It's all about now. So they'll look at it, well, you're supposed to win the Champions League now every single season. Okay, you've set the bar. You won it last year. Go and win it again. I think he becomes available if PSG get knocked out. No, they're not having a great season. Again, they're going to win the French League, of course. But I think he becomes available. Yeah, okay, hacks about Arne Slot in finals. He lost the Europa League final when he was at Feyenoord as well. He lost that one to Roma, didn't he? That was Mourinho. To be fair to Mourinho, Mourinho was different class in finals. But yeah, my point as well. Not great in finals, people. Newcastle were at least 8 games fresher than us in that final. That's a fair point because we played Newcastle in the league a couple of months before that game. And even Eddie Howe said they didn't care about the league game. It was all about the cup. So, Stretford End podcast says, David, I really like Marco Silva, but again, I feel like he is a bit out of his depth at Manchester United, like Ten Hag or Amorim. Look, it's a decent shout, but again, I think he's a mid-table manager. I think these managers in the league, they're decent, but once they make that next step to a club like Man United, I think they get found out. I really do. I think that's what happened to Ten Hag. That's what happened to Ruben Amorim. They get found out, people. So, look, maybe he might be the one that kind of proves everybody wrong, makes that next step, and it's the making of him. But I just don't think this league has world-class managers in it. I really don't. Except for Unai Emery and Pep Guardiola, obviously. But I think Unai Emery for Man United, he's the one manager that if Man United got him, I'd be thinking, oh. But if Man United got Glasner, Tuchel, honestly, people, it wouldn't really bother me. It wouldn't really. Vic asks, what happened to us always getting an easy draw in the FA Cup? Yeah, but if you beat Newcastle, guarantee you get the easiest draw at the quarter-final. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. And as well, let's be honest here. You already beat Newcastle at St James's Park in the Carabao Cup semi-final. Why is that a tough game for you? So, I'm surprised you didn't get the easiest one. It's not the easiest one. Man City should still win it. We got Wolves away. I'd love Emery, but do you think it would even last 2 weeks with our ownership? Maybe if we get oil money. That's another good point. That's a very good question because that to me is why I would have doubts about Thomas Tuchel at Man United. He's the same. We've seen it at Chelsea. Loggerheads with the ownership. Yeah, maybe Unai Emery's the same, but clubs nowadays, Liverpool is the same. They want head coaches. They want head coaches. That's all they want. They don't want a manager to have the input. They don't want the manager to have the control. They want the people upstairs. They're the ones that make the decisions. You're the one who picks the team. You're the one who coaches the players. That's it. That's your job. No, we're having a meeting here about picking players. You wait outside. That's what they want. That's what the odds 2-1 Monaco PSG. Oh, not good, people. Do we? What a player. What a player he is. Will we turn it on? Yeah, Look at this. Never mind about Real Madrid. Where is it? Must be on one of them. Here we go. Right, Monaco and PSG is on. Oh, is it gone to VAR? It's given. Is it? Oh, what's he checking? Hi Dave, thoughts on Robbo leaving in the summer and the need for an experienced left back as cover for Kirkes? Yeah, I think he definitely goes. I'd love to see him go to Celtic. I really would. I'd love to see him finish his career at Celtic. But yeah, we definitely need an experienced left back because Kirkes, I tell you one thing, Kirkes is really starting to find his form now. He really is. He's starting to play well. You know, he is definitely going to be the left back of the future. Let's be honest, people. Look, I think it does need to be an experience. Who we get, I've no idea. Honestly, I've no idea. Just to come in as a backup, could be anyone. You know, you wouldn't know at the club. They could be just getting a young lad. But Kirkes, been absolutely fantastic. Stefan says you seem to have a monotone voice. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, but anyway. Thanks for joining the chat. Let's get the likes up, everybody. We've got 41 in the chat. We've only got 20 likes, people. Hit the like button. What do you think of Monaco's ground? I think it's terrible. Although Liverpool did win the Super Cup there one year. Who did we beat that time in the Super Cup? Was it Bayern? We beat Bayern in the Super Cup that year. I think it's a terrible stadium. Yep, it was Bayern Munich. Was it 3-2? Was that the year Owen and Heskey scored? I think it was. Yeah, Heskey was playing. Oh, good ball. I kind of like their stadium when it's not empty. Yeah, it's... I mean, their league games do be embarrassing. When did you face Bayern in the Super Cup? 2000, was it 2001? Yeah, 2001. When they won the Champions League. Liverpool won the UEFA Cup. And then we beat them in the Super Cup at Monaco. Michael asks, do we get the team a bit fixed up in the summer? There's going to be big changes again in the summer, people. There is. There's going to be a lot of changes in the summer. I think it's going to be more about holding midfielders, maybe defenders, a left back to replace Andy Robertson. Look, I'd love for Liverpool to get some pace up front. I don't know if that happens. We'll have to wait and see what happens with Cody Gakpo. Oh no, what am I saying? Cody Gakpo just signed a new contract, didn't he? So he's staying. But we have to get somebody out there with a bit of pace. Stephen says no Champions League football for next season is looking pretty bleak, so expecting a tough summer, so probably struggle to sign players we want. That's a very good point. A very good point. But there is always quality out there. Look, we mightn't get the superstar players. I mean, if we didn't have Champions League football, we probably don't get the likes of Alexander Isak. We probably don't get Florian Wirtz. But there is still good players. I keep going back to it, people. I keep going back to it. Sadio Mane joined Liverpool when we weren't even in Europe. And look at the player that man was. You know, so obviously there is players out there that won't join if they're not in the Champions League. But there still is good players out there. But to me, personally, look, I've said this before. It's more about the embarrassment of not getting Champions League for me. Like I keep saying, I think there is good players out there. And it's Liverpool. Liverpool can sell it. Liverpool can say, look, we had a bad season, but look at the quality we have. We're going to be back in the Champions League next season. You know, it's just one season out of the Champions League. But for me, it's just the embarrassment of finishing below Man United. David, you guys are lucky. Isak fits a Man United shirt so much better. Well, he hasn't played a lot for Liverpool yet, anyway. No, I think Isak will come good. I really do. I think he is going to hit full form now next season. I mean, I can't wait for him to come back. I think it's going to be a perfect scenario when he comes back because Ekitike is the main striker. But because Isak's coming back from injury, he can sit on the bench and, you know, people will know, okay, he's not going to start because he's only back from injury. And it could be perfect. Bring him in a couple of minutes and hopefully he scores some important goals for us. PSG will turn this around, people. They really will. Why don't you just play 4-4-2? The manager doesn't play it. He just doesn't play it. Very few managers nowadays do play it. It's always one up top. 4-3-3. Still 0-0 in the Real Madrid game. Tell you have to get it back to the Bernabeu now. I think Benfica have to win tonight to have any chance. Rich says we've got an easier next 5 than Man United. Let me check this. I don't think I've ever checked our fixtures as much. When you consider how poor we've been. Right, let's get Liverpool's next fixtures up. Right, obviously away to Nottingham Forest. The new manager bounce, of course. Of course, the new manager bounce. Then we play Wolves twice. What is the chances of that happening, people? Right, I mean, the FA Cup game, obviously, but we have to beat them in the league as well. Spurs are home. Again, another new manager bounce. Brighton away will be tough. 12:30 kick-off as well. And Fulham at home. People, I tell you, look, they are winnable games. I never mentioned West Ham at home as well. Very, very winnable games. And what have Man United got? Manchester United. Everton away. Palace at home. See, Palace are woeful this season. Everton. You don't know with them. You really don't. Newcastle away. That could be tough. Villa at home will be tough. Bournemouth is tough. Yeah. Leeds at home, Chelsea away. Definitely, people. I mean, I think it's safe to say that your man will not be cutting his hair anytime soon. Man United are going to drop points in those fixtures. They have to. Especially the away games. Man United's away form isn't great. Liverpool have to be... They have to be looking at winning all their fixtures in the next 5 or 6. Man United will drop points there. I think so. David asks, what would you think of Trent going to Arsenal, City, Chelsea? Or the scum? Well, I mean, people look, I mean, a lot of Liverpool fans hate him. And if he was to go there, I mean, that would be it. The people who don't hate him, just dislike him, would hate him. So, I mean... I don't know. I have a feeling he will end up back in the Premier League one day, but it won't be at Liverpool. Dave says we finished behind Man United under Klopp. It's not a big deal for one season. No, look, I agree with that. Yeah, look, I've said it before. It's not a big deal if we miss out on the Champions League. It's just the fact that it's the embarrassment, people. You know, the money we spent, the fact that we won the league, the fact that they finished 15th last season. Oh, it would just be the embarrassment. I don't think it's as big as people are saying to miss out on the Champions League. I don't think that's as big a disaster as people make out. I really don't. But I absolutely hate the Europa League. And as for the Conference League, Liverpool better not be in that next season. Well, Monaco are on a break here. I take him off now. I would take him off. Hit the target. Keep it down. Which is a better season, though? Which would you think is a better season? Right. Champions League, and we finish 10th. Or FA Cup, and we finish 3rd. Podge is in the chat. What would you think? I mean, for me, it's Champions League all day long. Is Minamino playing? I don't know, to be honest. Better get the teams up. The legend. No, he's injured. I done his cruciate. Oh, he's out for the season. That's 2-2. This PSG team, people. This is what they do. This is what they do. I thought Hakimi was gone for the season as well. Let's have a look at this. Doué was involved again. Some player. Oh, goalie. Goalie. What are you doing? Goalie. You have to put that out for a corner, man. That's terrible goalkeeping. Hakimi. Some player. Good finish, to be fair to him. 2-2. PSG, people. PSG. Second half of the season. They're a second half of the season team. And if you look at them last season, look, to be fair, they deserve to win the Champions League, and fair play to them. But Aston Villa had a chance to beat them. Liverpool had a chance to beat them. Maybe not Arsenal. But no, all joking aside, Arsenal in Paris were very good, actually. They had chances. But it was written in the stars that PSG would win it. The final, they were just unbelievable. But this is what they do. I mean, they'll go on and win the game now. They should do anyway. I think we picked the right game. I was watching Real Madrid earlier. Is that still 0-0? Still 0-0, people. Come on. We picked the right game. Never mind Real Madrid and Trent. If Slot wins the Champions League, is he unsackable next year? No. No, he'll keep his job for next year. For next season, the start of next season. But if it kind of goes the same way as it's been going, he'll lose the fans. But to win the Champions League, he'll definitely not be sacked in the summer. But you can't just keep... Although, having said that, we've got 2 defeats in 19 people. Feels like we've 19 defeats in a row. But no, he'll definitely... His job will definitely be safe if he wins it. But if he starts the season the way it's kind of going now, Michael would say still sack him. Yeah, I can understand that, absolutely. But the club won't. And look, I don't think you should sack him. I don't think you should sack him. To win the Premier League and the Champions League in his first 2 seasons, I know it's not been great, but you can't sack a manager for that. But as I say, if next season starts the same as, you know, the way it's going at the moment, Trent is playing average. Yeah, because he's not in the Liverpool team. He's just another player there. PSG are in again. He's just another player. Brian says MacAllister to United link is bizarre. Better chance of winning the lotto tomorrow night. Yeah, someone said in the chat earlier. It was a good point. It could be his agent trying to put a bit of pressure on Liverpool to get a better contract or something. But yeah, it was bizarre. I don't know where it came out of. And he's not playing well, but Liverpool are not going to do business with Man United, and I don't see him wanting to go there. If you're in the Champions League, just try to buy every single good player out there. Elise, Hakimi, Doué, Slotterbeck, and create a super squad. Oh, we've tried that. I don't know how PSG are in again. Oh, side netting. I don't know what the summer is going to be like, people. I really don't. I don't know what Liverpool are going to do. You know, are they going to approach it this summer the way they did last summer? I don't think so. I can't see them spending all that money again, even if we do sell a few players. I mean, who are we going to sell that's going to bring in some serious money? I don't know who it will be. So I don't think it's going to be another 450 million spent. I think they'll bring in maybe maximum 2 players. I really do. I think it could be a quiet summer. I think they've got a centre half in Jeremy Jacquet. Leone's coming back. So you look at the players that could leave. Mo Salah. How much would you get for Mo Salah? Andy Robertson is going to leave. The rumours about Curtis Jones, but I don't think he goes. I mean, that's about it, people. That's about it. So unless Liverpool bring in some serious money, they're not going to spend it. David says, if Trent goes to United, I'll have to start watching women's footy. It wouldn't be that bad, would it? 70 million for Salah. Jeez, I don't know. I mean, the Saudis, they've got money to... I mean, it's just crazy out there. But 70 million. Liverpool would have to do business there now. But who else do you sell? Like last summer, I know people don't really mention it, but Liverpool sold 200 million. I don't know who you get. Or who you'd sell, I should say, to bring in that kind of money. I think that's the big mistake the club made last summer. When everybody is fit, Liverpool have one of the best 11s in the league in Europe. Absolutely. But the squad is so thin. Free kick for PSG now in Soboslai's range. Yeah. I mean, to be fair to him, he lived off that free kick against Arsenal for ages. And then the man is after just free kick after free kick after free kick. Ooh, straight at the goalie. Dave says, MacAllister and Konate agents would need to watch their clients play for a while and realise they are not worth any money unless they up their games. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because Konate, he's playing okay the last couple of games. Obviously, difficult circumstances for him as well. But MacAllister's been terrible all season. I think Konate signs a new deal. And I don't see MacAllister going. I really don't know where that story came from. He's a contract till 2028. So the club aren't even going to be... Are they going to be doing, contract talks? I don't know. It's half time now, people. as you can see, I've no score up. It's not really a proper watch along. The games are on in the background. I'm not staying on until after the game. Dortmund are winning 1-0. Still 0-0 in Real Madrid. I tell you, that might suit Jose. See, this is where the no away goals, in my opinion, ruins it. Because Benfica then will be going to the new camp. Or not the new camp, the Bernabeu. And if they get a goal, Real Madrid need 2. But because they took all that away, Benfica have to win tonight. Stretford End podcast says, David, I'm being serious. I'd love Konate at Man United. I love him as a player. Look, when he plays well, I have no worries about Konate. I've said this many, many times. When he plays well, I think he's one of the best out there. But when he doesn't play well, he looks like he's never played football before in his life. Now, as you know, off the field this season has been hard for him. And he has improved. His performances have improved recently. But as I say, he's a good player. When he plays well, I think he's one of the best. So look, if he signs a new contract and next season he gets back to his best, then yeah, I think Liverpool, no problems, no worries at all about him. But some of the performances this season have been worrying. But what do you think about the Nottingham Forest game? I'm worried about that game now, people. The new manager bounce. Is it just us? We always have to face a new manager. I mean, we should be going there and getting 3 points. It's a tough game, though. It really is a tough game. I mean, even last season, we struggled in that. We got a draw last season there. Now, Forest were having a great season. They're not having a great season this season. They're fighting relegation. But I think Liverpool have to go there and get 3 points. And it's just such a struggle for them. Another new manager bounce. Poor old Sean Dyche. Yeah, he's gone. 4 managers have sacked in one season. I tell you, I would absolutely love to see Forest get relegated. I really would. What games are on tomorrow night? Wolves are playing Arsenal. People, if Arsenal drop points in that game, City will win the league. I've no doubt about it. If Arsenal drop points, City win the league. Arsenal cannot drop points against the worst team in Premier League history. I don't know if that's still the case. How many points have Wolves got now? They've got 9. Okay. So they're not going to go down as the worst team in history, but they were close at one stage. If Arsenal drop points, City will win the league. Marcus is in the chat. Still the worst at the moment, yeah. I mean, the pressure is on Arsenal, but the fixtures have really worked out for them. Yeah, Derby only got 11 points, but they've got 9 at the moment, so they're definitely going to beat that. But at the moment, they're probably the worst. At this stage, well, I don't know how many Derby had. But there was one when they played, when they played Liverpool, weren't they the worst team in history at that stage? If Arsenal lose the league this season, I'd really die of laughter. Well, they're winning the quadruple. So, this is the thing with Man City, though. I have to give them credit for this, because the second half of the season, and this is what I said at the start of the season about Liverpool. If Liverpool could just stay within 6-7 points of Arsenal, second half of the season, put the pressure on them, Arsenal will bottle it. It's Man City that are doing it. And somebody said it the other day, I think it was on one of them fan debates or one of them. This is the best squad. Actually, it might have been Lee Gunner or someone said it. This is the best squad in Europe. This is the best team in Europe. Man City are in transition. A lot of new players. And they're only 4 points behind them. If Man City get on a roll, Now look, I still have my doubts about Man City. I do. But with the players that are coming back from injury, you've got Mark Yehi, you've got Semenyo, who has hit the ground running, let's be honest. I mean, it could be it could be the boost that they need. It really could. And if you look at Arsenal, watch Arsenal against Brentford, it was a great game. It was a brilliant game of football. Brentford should have bet them. In hindsight, it could be a good point for Arsenal. It could be a good point. Brentford having a great season. But they just don't look like champions to me. Now, that's not to say they won't win it. They could win it. I still have a feeling Arsenal will win it. But watching them against Brentford, they just look very average. I mean, Brentford should have won the game. I don't know. If that was Man City, it's hard to know. Obviously, look, ifs and buts. It could be a good point for Arsenal. We'll have to wait and see. They really got lucky against Wolves at home. Yeah, I watched that game as well. They were terrible. Absolutely shocking. 2 own goals that night. Wolves played really well. And they got back in the game. And then last minute, Arsenal got the winner. But it's the performances. Look, the results, right. If Arsenal play like this for the rest of the season and they get the results, they're going to win the league. But the performances, I don't know. When you play like that, you always run the risk of dropping points. And it was the same against Brentford. You know, they went 1-0 up and you're thinking, okay, go and win the game 2 or 3-0. You know, they did have a chance. Declan Rice, he passed it rather than having a go. Could have made it 2-0. But it's little moments like that, people, where it should be, okay, go and win the game. They were hanging on at the end. But then Martinelli could have won the game. So it's fine moments. I don't know. I think the next 5 or 6 fixtures now will tell the tale. If there's like maybe, let's say 4 points going into the Carabao Cup final, I think that could be one of the biggest Carabao Cup finals in history. I really do. I mean, that would be really intriguing. Because I think if Arsenal were to lose that game and they're only 4 points ahead of Man City, or even the gap could be smaller, psychologically that could destroy them. Because for Man City, I don't think a loss to Man City, if Man City were to lose that game to Arsenal, they'd be disappointed, obviously, but I don't think it would derail their season. But I actually think it could with Arsenal. I think it could derail their season because they haven't got over the line. Whereas this Man City team, they've got big players, have won big trophies. So they'll look at that final and be like, look lads, okay, doesn't matter, it's Carabao Cup, let them have that. We're concentrating on the league now. It's an intriguing game, but it's only an intriguing game if the league is close. So we'll have to wait and see. But for me, that's a really intriguing game. Rich has let the bottle commence. We'll have to wait and see. The fixtures really worked out for them though. You know, the gap is only 4 points. If they win tomorrow night, it's 7. Pressure's back on Man City. So it really worked out for them. They're playing this fixture because of the Carabao Cup final. But then if they drop points, I think they'll lose. I think they'll lose the league to Man City. But that's just my opinion. But I tell you, it's absolutely, I mean, the league is absolutely shocking though, isn't it? It's shocking. When you look at the state of Liverpool, the state of Man United, the state of Chelsea. I mean, Aston Villa are probably, they're probably the most consistent team out of the teams going for the Champions League. Obviously leave Arsenal and Man City aside. But you look at Man City even, I mean, they've been up and down this season. They're only 4 points off the top. You look at Arsenal. 4 points ahead and they don't look decent. They really don't. And I think they're only, is it 4 points better off at this stage than this stage last season. And Liverpool were running away with it. But as long as it's close, it'll be more intriguing than anything else. It's not. It mightn't be competitive at the end. You know, one of them could run away with it. But as long as it's close, it's always intriguing. What do you think of this debate that's going online now as well? I mean, people, the lack of football. If the Premier League was on this week, midweek, nobody be mentioning it. But John Terry or Virgil van Dijk? Who he is taking? Right, non-biased opinion. Non-biased opinion. I'm going to take Virgil. Yeah, Marcus agrees. I'll give you my reason, right? Now, John Terry was a very, very good player. Don't get me wrong, he was a great player. But when Virgil signed for Liverpool, I mean, this is a Liverpool fan channel, and I just asked who would you take, Virgil or John Terry? So obviously, most of the answers are obviously going to be Virgil. But the reason I would take Virgil over John Terry was a great player. Great player. When Virgil van Dijk came into that Liverpool team, he brought Liverpool to a new level. I don't think John Terry does that with that Liverpool team. Virgil van Dijk was the reason that we were able to win all them trophies. I don't think John Terry would have made that much of a difference. He would have made a difference. Absolutely, he was a great player. But I don't think he gets Liverpool from where they were to where they went to. Virgil van Dijk brought that team European champions, Premier League winners. And I get the arguments. I do get it. But John Terry was playing in a lot better team. He had world-class players around him. It wasn't like when he came into the team, it was like, okay, this team, it needs a centre-half. It needs a goalkeeper. It needs a holding midfielder. It needs this, this, and this. Virgil van Dijk, for me, brought Liverpool to a new level. And I think that's the same argument when people talk about Rio Ferdinand. For me, if you put Rio Ferdinand into the Liverpool team instead of Virgil, I don't think Liverpool win the trophies they won. I just think he was on a different level. But John Terry was a great player, don't get me wrong. He really was. And as well, when people talk about who's the greatest centre-half partnership in Premier League history, it's always Rio or Vidic, Terry or Carvalho, Virgil and Joel Matip, Joe Gomez. You know, he elevated those players that he was playing alongside. John Terry played beside some really good players. Rio Ferdinand played beside some really good player. Virgil, no disrespect to the players he played beside, but is anybody going to take Kanate, Matip, Joe Gomez? So, I don't know. But obviously, maybe I am biased. I said non-biased, but maybe I am biased. Who knows? Rich says, I heard a pundit ask, other than Maradona to Napoli, can you name one signing who improved the team more than Virgil van Dijk? There you go, people. Not bad for a defender, absolutely. Yeah, this is a good point from Dave as well. Terry's biggest attribute is he'd put his body on the line. I'm not sure Virgil does that. Virgil is a better player. Yeah, that's a fair point too. I mean, do you remember the kick that John Terry got in the face against Arsenal at Wembley? I thought he was dead, people. Honestly, I thought he was gone. But that's a good point. I mean, John Terry had this, almost, it didn't matter. He had that Vidic style about him. Didn't matter, last-ditch defending, put your body on the line. Virgil never had that, doesn't have that. That's not the way he plays. He reads the game a lot better. You can see this season he's kind of lost a little yard of pace. But for me, I just don't see John Terry bringing Liverpool to the level that Virgil brought them. I just don't. John Terry, unbelievable player. And as well, he had quality beside him. Virgil, Joel Matip, Joe Gomez, Kanate. To me, that's the difference. Rio Ferdinand had Vidic. Vidic is a 2-time Premier League Player of the Year. Virgil didn't have that beside him. So, That's just the way I would look at it. You know, people are talking about, oh, who's better at passing? Who's better at this? Who's better at that? No, I just think all round. I just think that Virgil brought Liverpool to a level where I don't think John Terry would have been able to bring them. That's my opinion. But as I say, John Terry was a great player. And we're back underway, people. PSG, second half of the season. If Enrique does it again this year. Oh, that's a good point from Aaron. Jose's low block made Terry look better. Oh, that's a good point. I mean, you had one of the greatest holding midfielders in front of him as well. The position was pretty much named after him. I mean, but yeah, look, I mean, John Terry was a great player. But here's the thing, people. If you put Vidic, or sorry, not Vidic, if you put Virgil into that Chelsea team, do they win the trophies? I think so. If you put John Terry into the Liverpool team, I don't think he gets them to that level. I just don't. You know? Galatasaray look good today. I'm hoping that Juventus were just terrible, because we'll probably be playing Galatasaray. I mean, I seen Juventus had a red card. I don't know when they got that, but it could have been the last minute. But we've already played Galatasaray this season, haven't we? Didn't we lose that game? What's going on here? Potential red card, people. The referee is going to the screen. The drama. Let me have a look at this now. Because he's gone to the screen, it's a definite red card. Where's the red card there? Oh, wait, no. Oh, red card, yeah. Oh, that's a red card all day long, people. I fear we might play Atletico. I mean, every game looks tough, doesn't it? That's a red card all day. PSG should win this game now. Yep, he's gone. Oh, there's a good point from Dave. Now, to be fair, with Terry, long throws and corners, we'd be much better at defending. Yeah. I mean, that was old school, wasn't it? That's the way the league is gone. It's the way the league is gone. Sean is in the chat. He's going Virgil as well. Yeah, that's, you know, about to set John Terry at the long throws and the corners and the set piece. That was the type of defender he was, you know. Win the battle. Virgil is more finesse. You know, he likes to read the game better. But when he came into that Liverpool team, we just went on a different level. Monaco have really, absolutely messed this up now. Two 2-0 up, now down to 10 men. Idiots. Robbie says Terry could dish a bollock, and yeah, look, he was. I'm not criticising John Terry as a player at all. I thought he was unbelievable, and yeah, he was a proper captain too. It's the one thing, Virgil, you're like, come on, Virgil. But that's just not his style. You know, Stevie G, unbelievable player. He wasn't one that would shout at players either. He led by example. Look, as well, I think people, you know what really annoys me, right? Say if on Sunday Virgil has a terrible game against Forest, and all this narrative, people coming out and saying, oh, they're saying that this man is better than John Terry. This man is the greatest of all. They're judging him on this season. No, he's 34 years of age, people. You know, he's supposed to be having a bad season at 34. He's not going to keep getting better. What we're seeing now is Virgil. We have seen the best years of him. Okay, unfortunately. You know, he's not going to be as good as he was. That's just life. He can still play at a high level, but he's not as good as he once was. But when he was at his best versus when John Terry was at his best, I personally would take Virgil van Dijk. And Dave says, with a high press, we need Virgil's pace and timing. Terry didn't have that. Well, the way football has gone, it's back to the set pieces, but the way it was, most teams were playing a high line. I don't think John Terry would be able to survive that. As Dave says, he didn't have the pace. Virgil reading of the game as well. You know, this is going to be all PSG now in the second half, people. Although it should be, they've got some quality players. Yeah, have to agree with you there, Robbie. To be fair. Free. What time are we now, people? 9:10. Right, people, I'm going to head off. Thanks very much for joining us. It was just a quick catch up. Not much going on this week, people. I'll be back on Sunday for the watch along. I'll tell you one thing about John Terry and Virgil. They probably would have been unbelievable together as one of the greatest partnerships. But yeah, I'll be back Sunday for the watch along, people. You know, I was going to do a watch along for the Arsenal game tomorrow night, but let's be honest, they're going to win. They're going to win. And PSG will probably go and win this game as well. So yeah, thanks very much for joining us, people. I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Thanks for joining us, Michael. Cheers, Robbie.